No intro, no outro, just straight fire. All right, so boom. People, back at it again with another strategy video. Someone asked, can I do a strategy video on my social media? So I'm going to run back the strategy video that I did like last year. Last year I did it on a lower time frame. This year I'm doing it on the time frame that I frequently trade as of now, which is the 4 hour time frame. However, I do a daily bias. If I want to do super duper long swing trades, and then if I feel like it, I'll enter intraday trade on the 1 hour. So going into the indicators that I use. So if you remember my video from last year, I have the MACD on the bottom. You can just go to indicators, type in MACD, moving average convergence divergence, and it will show up. All right. And as you can see over here is not a lot of indicators as it was last year. So last year I had on the fractals because I was using the fractals to tell me like, different internal, external structure. I had also the smart money concept by Lux Algo that gave me all the breaks of structure. And then lastly, I would utilize the Fibonacci very, very heavy, right? But as you can see, I can take this off. It's the same thing. As you can see, I have one indicator, two indicators. My one indicator that I have, it encompasses the Fibonacci, the fractals, and fair value gap. So it's cleaning up my chart a whole lot, right? This indicator right here is by Currency Pro. I mention him all the time in all of my videos because literally it's the same exact trading style that I've been talking about for over a year, right? So you can buy this indicator, and once again, I don't work with Buddy, I don't work with Dude, I just respect him, and I don't believe in showboating, and I'm gonna give respect to where respect is due. And he raw with it, like he raw for coming up with this indicator, like literally instead of having 4 or 5 indicators, I only got one indicator, like point blank period. All right, so cool. How does work? So you all know how I trade already, right? Utilize the 4 hour time frame, and with the MACD combined, what I'm looking for is a flip in the MACD, right? So when I say I'm looking for a pullback, right, because for EU, this is a bearish structure, and as you can see, the fib already pulled itself out. This is not really clean, so I'm gonna go to something that is pretty clean that I have on my watch list for this week. All right, boom. USD CAD, all right. As you can see, the fib has already drawn itself out. What I'm looking for is a flip. So for the MACD to go from gray to blue, right? And then once the MACD goes from gray to blue, I'm entering in on my 0.75, my stop loss at the 100, and then my take profit at the 0. All right. And there's no specific trick to the 45, to the 75 fib level. I just like it because it gives me my automatic 1 to 3. Boom, there it is. Like, there's no specific Fibonacci, like secret tool or whatever the case may be. I just like it because it literally just gives me a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio, 1 to 3 on the dot. And I'll even put this on here like this so y'all can kind of see. Boom, see, draw my projections tool and 3% risk to reward ratio. So that's why I use the 0.75 Fibonacci level. If you buy the indicator, it's set to like other levels, but I use the 0.75 specifically. Now, once I set my alerts on my MACD 4C, because you can set alerts on it on TradingView, this is how you set the alerts. You press the 3 little buttons, add alert. Once per bar close, go to set it on crossing, put it on 0, create, and now your alert is set by this black line. All right, so I have my alert for the MACD. Once I get my alert stating that the MACD is pulling back, crossing the 0 line, I'm going to go ahead and set my pending order for right here. Now you're like, Les, where does the 1 hour, where does the daily come into play? I'm gonna tell you. All right, so we're gonna start with the daily first. First things first, on the daily time frame. All right, daily is the overall bias, point blank period. So with the daily, it's kind of an indicator on or about where I think price is going to go. All right. So because the daily, this is a overall bullish trend, I know that this right here is just a counter trend in the overall daily trend. All right. So at some point, and follow me when I tell you this, at some point, once price hits take profit, right, on the 4-hour time frame, I know that I can potentially get into a crazy swing trade on the daily and hold it, till price gets to at or about this level right here, where my 75 is, and then potentially get into a crazier sell side trade and just triple my risk and just hold this and then just take trades in between all the way down to price take out this liquidity. Now you might be like, okay, Les, where does the 1 hour come in? Cool, don't mind if I do. On the 1 hour, so like I said again, follow me. This trade right here is the 4-hour trade, right? On the 4-hour, I'm looking for overall sells. On the 1 hour, what I can do on the 1 hour is I can set alerts, set my MACD once again for the 1 hour, and I can take buys all the way up until price gets into my lovely area. So now, not only am I catching the overall sell, I'm catching buys going into my sell for price to just bloop, boom, drop. Okay. All right. So I'm going to clear this chart and we're going to look at another one, EURUSD, Forex.com. All right. So EU on the 4-hour, and just reset price scale. All right. We are looking just based off of the indicator. We are looking, and that's not really clean. Great British Pound USD. Let me see what's actually on my watch list. Okay, AUD USD. AUD USD. Forex.com. All right, perfect. This is clean, real nice move. All right, so on the 4-hour, I'm looking for buys. But what am I waiting for? For the MACD to flip. All right, go over the 0 line. Once the MACD goes underneath the 0 line, I can go ahead and set my pending order for what? For buys. Okay, now what I can do, go to the daily and see what the daily overall trend is. So on the daily, I don't necessarily go by what the fib has already printed. I like to kind of draw my own fib, right? And if you following price, overall AU has been in a bullish trend. So what I'm gonna do is draw my fib. Bearish. Oh, I said bullish. Excuse me. Bearish trend, right? This is my 0.75. I will mark out my 0.75 because I would like to see price get to this area before going down to sell off, right? So what I can do, and I'll go back to the 4-hour, is once price reverse hits me into my area, I can take 2 positions. One position can be a 1 to 3, and in the other position, I can just hold for a 1 to 5 until price gets into my daily overall bias. And then from there, I can go ahead and take my shorts and just hold this, and just take trades in between. Now, go from the 4-hour to the 1-hour, right? This is my 1-hour bias. Oh, this is my 4-hour bias, excuse me. Remember, what I can do, my bias on the 4-hour is long. What I can do is I can take shorts on the 1 hour until price gets into my projected area before it goes long. All right. So just a little bit of time frame correlation. These trades take a little bit longer to play out, but higher time frames, I'm telling you, it's gonna save you a whole lot of money. I mean a whole lot. I'm gonna just go through. Let me just go through my blue list, so y'all can see like kind of how I have things marked up, right? So I have my 1 to 3, but I have my daily overall bias in case I want to, hold some trades, hold some positions. And I have my daily overall bias marked for legit every single pair on my watch list, because if the DXY is giving me gold, or, whatever is giving me like the green light, then I am absolutely going to take it. I'm absolutely going to hold it. Why? Because why would I leave money on the table? As long as I know for a fact that my 1 to 3 is secure, it's up from there, right? EURJPY, same again, get my 1 to 3 and then hold it overall. Let me go to my green list to kind of just show y'all something, show y'all what I'm in right now, or what I'm looking at right now. So Great British Pound AUD, looking for overall shorts, with a potential of getting a 1 to 9 risk to reward ratio. But look at this. This is what I want to show y'all. If I go to the 1 hour, show y'all my MACD, I have this alert set for my MACD. Why? Because I'm looking to get into longs on the 1 hour to potentially ride up to my entry point for shorts. So getting in on these longs, hitting a good, quick 5%, and then getting in on these shorts. All right. So hopefully this strategy video kind of broke some things down. I suck at explaining shit sometimes, but people keep asking me, so I'm gonna do my best to explain. I'm no way, shape, or form or guru, and honestly, a lot of my trades are trades from other people. I have no strategy. My strategy, well, excuse me, I have no organic strategy. My strategies are a compilation of everyone's strategy. So no intro, no outro, just straight fire.